Okay, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening, and welcome to Chinwag number 116, which is our weekly chat with myself and Beck, where we talk about how our week's been reselling in general, on eBay and Amazon. And we also touch on topics that we've come up with, or topics that have come to our mind, and we like to have a little discussion with you guys in the chat. So, should you say hi?
Hi.
Got anything more to add, or is
no,
it going to be
I think you pretty
monosyllabic?
Oh, behave yourself, Mr. Malik.
Just saying,
Behave yourself.
Just saying, just putting it out there.
Just watch it.
Okay, it's fine. So good evening to everybody. We've got quite a few people already in the chat, so we'll say a few hellos. We do have like an order and a little idea of what we're going to talk about. So we'll say a few hellos. If you could let us know how everything is. Already I can see Peter says the sound is a little low. Let me move the mic up.
Shouldn't be.
Yeah, let us know, because our levels, they seem pretty good. They seem pretty good. What about now?
You just deafened everybody.
No, I haven't. Okay, all right. So hopefully you can hear us okay. Let us know if it looks and sounds okay. If it does, we're going to make an effort to talk into the microphone. So
I like the way you point at it.
Well, yeah, because you don't talk into it. You know. All right. All right. So we'll say a few highs. Peter Ray, obviously we've seen. Southwest Seller says, good evening, Bex, Alfie, and the one who needs a hairbrush. You do? Yeah, maybe I need a hairbrush. I'll think about it. I did have one, but I swear it got taken by you or something. I'm not sure. Stu,
Whatever.
BCP, Pommy Pickers is in the chat as well. Jason Entwistle, Karen. So thank you for popping in, guys.
Yes.
There's a lot of chat from Starley, Ray Cunningham. Shazad says hi. Claire Thompson, the Liverpool Delta, Kim Kelly. Daniel says hi, Z. Sorry, I am late. You don't need to be sorry.
And you're not really late.
Yeah. The Liverpool Delta asked, why did you leave chat? I've answered it a couple of times, but it was basically a case of not wanting to stay if I stopped enjoying it. So I wanted to leave it while I was still enjoying it, basically. Yeah. So, that's all it was. What else have we got? Karen says, leave Beck
Jason
alone.
Was saying it's a bit...
Is Jason saying it's low volume as well?
No, but Karen said it was okay, but she's watching on her phone, so...
Okay, all right. Gonna just turn the gain up then. Turn the gain up.
That's
the black knob but near the top for the... Yeah, the one... Yeah, put your hand down.
Here,
isn't it? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, turn that up.
Only gonna do a little bit.
Yeah, turn it up a bit. There you go.
There you go.
I don't know if I don't know if that's any louder for you guys.
The thing is, if I turn it up too much, like your voice becomes like really, really boomy. So
yeah, I think it needs to be nearer your mouth, and then I will kind of deal with it. Okay. So I hate having these mic issues. I don't know why it is like that though. It should be fine.
It
used to be fine.
It seems like it changes from video to video, and although we don't really play around with the settings once.
I think it's how close we are and stuff.
But yeah.
It's like we're singing a duet.
It's probably because we're like sharing a mic.
I don't think it is. Loads of people share mics. Loads of people. Nick and Andrew share a mic, and this is on the table. Yeah. So.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Hopefully it's better.
Z left because thug life. No. John B says hi. Only just got home. Broke down on the motorway. John, that sounds horrific.
That sucks.
And Bad Biscuit, Lex.
Lex is in as well.
Hi there, Lex.
Hello,
Lex. Lex, by the way, is Bad Biscuit in the chat, for those of you who don't know. I'm leaving Beck alone. She's the one that's...
You're the one that started it.
Just whatever, man.
I'll slap you around your head.
Whatever.
No, you won't.
Sound good now. Okay, sound is good. That's better. Okay.
That's good. Okay. At least that's
okay.
Sorted.
Thank you for... Yeah, thanks for that. All right, we've already wasted 4 minutes just saying hi. So, hi, everybody.
So, hi, anyone that we missed. Hello.
Okay. Oh, Nick's in the chat as well. Hi, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
The mic sounds nice. Check one. Salt and pepper, 1986. Yeah. So... Our week on eBay, we'll get straight into it. We'll start talking about how it's been.
Jump right in.
Weekly performance on eBay. I think it's been really good again. You've seen the sales.
Yeah.
So pretty positive.
Yeah, sales have been good. Can't complain, actually. Really happy with it. I think as Zahir showed, I think he kind of flexed on the gram this week with some sales.
Yeah, we had like a, I was, as Beck says rightly, I was flexing on the gram.
I'm sorry, it's just you say it all the time, so I thought I'd say
I put it even in the actual post. I made sure people knew that I was flexing. Andrea's in the chat as well. Hi, Andrea.
Hi, Andrea.
Yeah, so like we're flexing in the gram. Is it in the gram or on the gram?
On the gram.
You flex
on
the gram, not in the gram.
Not in the gram. Right, okay. You flex on it.
Yeah, I was flexing on the gram.
Yeah.
We shared, basically, we had a really, really good Sunday. It was actually we were chatting and on the live stream, and sales were coming in, and the sales kept on coming, and we actually managed to do, I think it was like £600 on eBay. And at the same time, we actually had like a couple £100 day on Amazon, and Amazon is not really something that, we do very much of. So it was a fantastic day, like 600 on eBay, like 200 on Amazon. And I just messaged like, I wish every day was like this, that kind of, just a bit of flexing on the gram. Shazad asked, what was I flexing? Oh yeah, we had a good sales day, Shazad, so we had to flex. And Nick says Lex has 998 subs. Everyone pop over and subscribe now. Yes. So if you haven't,
if you're not following,
although
Lex,
I'm pretty sure most people in this chat are probably following Bad Biscuit, but if not, click on the 3 dots next to Bad Biscuit's name and go over there and subscribe and show some support. And get her to 1,000. Oh, there she's on 1,000. There you go.
There
Fantastic.
We go.
So yeah, we were flexing on the gram.
Yeah.
Good sales.
And Dave's just put in there flexing on the scales earlier.
Yeah, I was flexing on the scale. I've got to say, my flex on the scales was very unsuccessful.
Yeah, you were really disappointed this week, weren't you?
Yeah.
We won't talk about it too much because we do want to jump into the reselling stuff. But you were disappointed with your weigh-in this week, weren't you?
Yeah, I've been weighing myself every 7 days pretty much. And doing like a little video, like people do, they step on the scales and you film the scales. I reckon my phone must be getting heavy or something. Because I was holding my phone.
My goodness.
My phone's like a brick.
Maybe I should film it for you.
Yeah, maybe.
So that you don't even have to hold the phone.
Exactly.
And in that way you'll weigh even less.
And also, I know people might be eating their dinner, but I hadn't had my morning movement. I called it a movement.
I don't care what you call it. You shouldn't be talking about it. It's some people might be eating food.
Well, okay. For those of you eating, apologise. But I didn't have my movement, so I think that's got to count. And also I was carrying my phone. But I was carrying my phone the other weeks as well. So, but anyway, I didn't lose any weight. I didn't lose any weight.
So we're going to just, so sales. Yeah. So sales were good this week.
Yes.
Really happy with them.
Yes, really happy with sales. Yeah, we had a solid, amazing Sunday. Like I said, 600 quid on eBay on Sunday, then 200 on Amazon, and then we did have like a quiet couple days after that. Like normally you have like a 600 quid day, and it dropped to like 100 quid day or something, and then but we've been okay, we've been consistent. We've been doing really. Stu says that's put me right off my chocolate mousse. Oh gosh.
No.
So yeah. Anyway, we did we did continue with our sales. They've been pretty strong. As you know, we're not doing graphs and stuff anymore because it's kind of pointless. But yeah, we're just sharing that it's been good. It's been positive, especially considering a lot of people do suffer a slowdown.
Yeah.
But this is.
This time of year does normally pick up, and I think I've said this before. Normally, our January is normally better than our December.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
you're just, you know what? You're as annoying as like Ross in Friends with the volume thing. Yeah. So when you sit there and you're like, to get close to the mic, it's like, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like 10. Okay.
Well, I like Ross.
Ross.
So,
anyway.
yeah. I like Ross.
After that rant, let's go back on topic.
Yeah. So yeah, considering sales tend to peter off for some people, and you know, I feel that it's nice for us, and we've recognized now that this happened last year as well, so we're very much trying to make hay while the sun shines and take advantage of this and get as much stuff listed, because we've recognized that since niching. Yeah, go on, you're going to say something. Yeah.
No, I've forgotten now. It's all right, no, I've forgotten.
Go on.
It's so bad. No, I have actually forgotten.
Gosh, okay. Well, if it comes back to you, just say out.
Oh, man. Yeah. Why do I do that? Anyway.
I don't
know. Anyway.
Yeah, so we've realised that since niching into what we're niching into, it really has made it's become quite obvious that we tend to see like a real uptick in sales. We're selling generally, even on the quieter days, you can tell when your store is just generally a bit more active, because we're selling things that you know, like that have been listed for a while that maybe hadn't seen much interest for the past few months as we approach like the Christmas like period. And then all of a sudden people seem to have remembered that we've got these items for sale and are buying them and buying multiples of them, etc. Dave says, what do you mean graphs are pointless? You know, and so it's you know, he used to pay attention to them. Nick says a new low for the chat sees movements.
Yeah, we're not mentioning those again.
Okay. Oh, never weigh yourself until you've had your morning transaction, says Sparrow's End. See, now I might do another weigh-in tomorrow. I might. Always go for a weigh-in. Schoolboy error, says Claire. See, I'm getting some advice. See, it's good.
Yeah, we don't.
John says, take the KFC out your pockets. Okay. You must be the memory in the phone getting filled up, adding to the weight, Z, says Ryan. Yeah, and what, no graphs, I'm unsubscribing, says Shazad. And Karen says it was the USP, wasn't it? It was the Chinwag USP. You know what? It's just because it's, you know, like, we've talked about this before. I really do think it is pointless because I think people get the wrong idea of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not... You know, what we sell really... it's better we show you what we actually sell rather than actually just sharing like random numbers, because you don't know what we've paid for the stuff. Like, we can tell you, but you don't know what we've paid for it. You don't know what our margins are, and someone could come in and do double the turnover and earn less than us, or someone could sell half of what we sell and earn more than us, depending on margins. It's possible, you know. So just saying. Right, pivot says. What's this pivot?
I do completely agree that people can get the wrong impression from figures, and you know, you've got to bear in mind we were only ever showing turnover. Like, we weren't actually sharing, like, you know, profit.
Yeah.
Like, as in, you know, how much profit we had made. So, and in that case, it's kind of like, you're not really getting the full story.
Yeah. And then you get into the rabbit hole of, like, how far do you go? So what we're going to do is we're going to share, like, what we sell. You know, we're happy to share what we sell. You know, some of our more interesting sales, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And there we go. Serious question alert from Karen. We always welcome serious questions, by the way. We do welcome them. Do you think people have purchased expensive RC for Christmas and busted it already? Yes, but I don't think that's what we get ourselves from. No. You know what, this actually ties in with the topic as well about, like, navigating the website's gonna be mindful, but knowing your customers is so important as well. Especially when you're niched into something. I think that from what we can tell, our customers are probably guys who've just parked the RC hobby during the busy period. Yeah. Right? And they love completing projects. They love building up their old RC cars. And they do all of that, but then when it comes to Christmas time, they just can it all in.
Yeah.
And then once Christmas is over, they go out again and start buying the parts they need to fix stuff, because you've got to remember, we're selling parts for out of date old stuff, so it's not likely to be stuff that they've just bought for Christmas. We're not selling the latest RCs, we're selling parts for cars that are like 10, 15 plus years old. So we're selling like vintage radio control car parts in the main, or car parts of more accurately discontinued car parts. Discontinued models. So cars that have come and gone, manufacturers stopped making spare parts for them. People have spent good money on these things, want to keep them running. So it's very important, I think, like for them to be able to have somewhere to go, and that's where we come in. Let me just have a look. Lex, a special video for reaching 1,000 subs. And Flippin' Fantastic Finds says that hair must weigh a couple of pounds. You looking fly. Thank you. Yeah. Question for Bex. I know you're busy, but how has your store been? Yeah.
My store's been okay, actually. It's not like sales aren't flying out the door. Oh man. Okay. Sales aren't flying out the door. I've had where we've been doing the working hangouts at the weekend, it's been really good for me because I've actually had drafts to make go live this week, and although I'm only activating about 5 at a time, so there was only one day I missed because I've got listings to make live tonight, and that was yesterday, so I've approximately had about 20 listings go live this week on my store. I've sold a t-shirt this week. I'm still waiting for payment on the gloves I shared on Sunday.
The t-shirt you sold was pretty cool.
The t-shirt was actually Hannah's old t-shirt. She had grown out of it, and I was just like, she gave me like this bag of clothes and was just like, I don't want this anymore. So I was like, all right, okay, fine. And normally what I do is I just end up donating it to charity, or if they've managed to get holes and stuff like that in it, I just chuck it away. So rather than doing that, I actually listed it on eBay, and it sold pretty much within a day or two. I did like sell it like mega cheap. I only asked for like £5.50 for it. So and it was a Sonic the Hedgehog t-shirt that she absolutely wore
to death.
Yeah.
It's going to Germany via GSP.
Yeah, it's going to Germany. So really happy with that. But yeah, listing wise, I'm on about 90 listings on the store now. So it's starting to creep up now that I'm starting to get like the regular activity, where like I said, I'm only doing like 5 listings active each day. And that's like Monday to Friday. I'm not even making them go active over the weekend. So once I even get even more prepared and start, getting some listings active on the weekends as well. I don't like this chair. I feel like I'm swinging. Can we swap?
You're going backwards. Can you push it forward?
Yeah, it just feels like I'm sliding push the chair forward. Like backwards.
Yeah, just hold on to the desk. There you go.
So I don't roll away.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Right.
But the second store, I'm really happy with it. I mean, it's going to be such a slow progress. I know. I was watching one of Fake Rachel's Instagram stories this morning, where she mentioned that getting her second store up and running took approximately like 8 months, and I'm kind of like, well,
just doing a couple of hours on a Sunday at the moment, so it'll be even longer.
Mine's going to be even longer, but possibly, I'm happy with where it's at.
Yeah. Oh, Pivot is a Ross reference. Don't you remember the couch up the fire escape? Yes. Yes, Nick. Thank you for that. Shazad says, it's very true. I do a little bit more than Z and only half the money. Says the man taking hold of a new Range Rover whilst I'm driving around in my 2002 CRV. Jason asks, Beck, how's your week at work been?
Better, actually. It's starting to get back to normal. We're still short-staffed, but we're not as short-staffed as we was before. But then we've got a bunch of holidays coming up again now, so it's going to be back to being short-staffed again. But it's been better this week. Yeah.
Right. Hey George the YouTuber, says Peter Ray. George, is George YouTubing now? George Ross?
I think he is, isn't he?
Okay. Marcella says, I've decided that I want to see Zahir, Ash, Ryan play a round of Sea of Thieves. Make this happen. I don't even know what Sea of Thieves is, Marcella.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
Yeah. Anytime someone says eBay turnover or profit, have to take a shot.
Oh, is this a drinking game?
I don't know.
Lex getting to 1,000.
Is it? Is that what it's? I don't know.
Is that what it is?
Maybe it is. Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Hey everyone, video going live tonight, says George Ross. Just made the last couple of changes.
Cool.
George Ross, I've not actually seen or subbed, so I'm going to do that now. But yes, I would definitely recommend. I've not even seen his stuff, yeah, but I'm going to sub now because George is definitely someone who's going to be worth following.
Oh, I like his banner.
Yeah, because George sells some amazing stuff. So definitely check out George's channel as well. Right, Marcella Z don't like friendship time, says Ryan. I don't know what that means, but okay. Okay, working hangout, is that when Z just wears his split boxes? Oh gosh.
Oh dear.
She wishes, but no, it's
cheeky.
Okay. The more sales you do, the lower the margin. I have friends that do over 1 million in sales a year and run between 10 and 15% margins. You know what? I would take 10% of 1 million. Yeah, I think I'd accept that quite happily.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Of course, the more you sell, it is going to drop. So yes,
Yeah.
I think it's silly to think you're going to keep like ridiculously high margins. So, yes. Serious question from M Mass. What hair product does he use on his luscious locks? I don't think that's a serious question, M Mass. But I use, what have I been using? Alberto, what is it? Where's that thing that I got for Christmas or something? I don't know what it was. Don't I have hair gel upstairs?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know. Alberto.
It's Alberto. Yeah, it's the cheapest, nastiest hair gel.
I don't know.
But I don't even think I've used any today.
No.
It's just probably just grease. Okay. Right. And also, okay. Carrying on with how our week has been.
Yeah.
We've had no returns, which has been really good.
Which is good.
We have had a couple of annoying questions in terms of customers asking for tracking numbers.
I don't think that's annoying.
Well, it is when the listing clearly states it's being sent by standard mail.
That's slightly annoying.
That is what's annoying. We don't hear anything after that.
I think most people think when they get something on eBay that they're going to have it tracked.
Yeah.
It's going to be sent tracked. And because we don't send a lot of our stuff tracked, we do get the odd question going, where's they want a tracking number.
Yeah, they want a tracking number, yeah. And the thing is, I did actually contact Royal Mail, so I'm hoping to sort something out with them, possibly for a business account. But I'm still not 100% sure on it, because what I don't like about Royal Mail is the whole you've got to pay it like in like a monthly bill, and then I think about it, I'm like, overall it really doesn't make that much of an impact, so I'm not 100% sure. Right, what else? So we no returns, just a couple of people asking for tracking numbers, which then they go away, so that's fine.
I mean, most people like they will wait. We haven't actually had that many issues with it, have we? Like, as in some of the questions we get are mainly UK buyers.
Yeah.
But even when we get like the international ones, generally once they ask the question, we assume they received the item, because then they don't ever come back to us and go, I haven't received it. So it's just one of those.
Question for you both: how are you feeling about New York? Asked Claire Thompson.
Oh, do you know what I did? I think Claire actually commented on my video on my channel.
Yes, Beck has a channel as well.
Yeah, I do. I'm still not overly great with it, am I?
No, you're not great with it. We're really happy. I mean,
I'm excited.
For those of you that don't know, our oldest daughter. Bear in mind, we've never been on holiday. Okay,
No.
we've just never been able to afford it. It's just the way it is. It's never been the right time. Our finances, we've just never organised them enough. So, our fault, we take that on the chin.
Yeah.
So her first holiday, when we got this opportunity and, for the first time in our lives, we're doing better than we ever have done with all this selling stuff online. And we thought we just took the chance. It was a school trip to New York. And we were so excited to hear that she wanted to go because we were convinced she wouldn't even want to go.
I didn't expect her to want to go.
Yeah, but she wants to go. We paid for the trip. She's going in like about 3 weeks. No, 3 weeks. Yeah, about 3 weeks time. It's about 3 weeks time. She's going to New York, and like we're obviously thrilled for her, but like. Some people are struggling with it.
Do you know what? Right, I actually broke down and cried last week. I'm going to admit it. Right? Yes. I cried my eyes out. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel so like protective of her, I suppose, and I can't get my head around it. No, but I can't get my head around it. Like I have to trust someone else.
You don't have to trust anyone.
I do. I'm trusting her teachers to bring her back in one piece.
Don't trust the teachers. Trust her.
I trust her.
Just trust her. Look at her. You know what? Everything else is out of your control. So it's one of those things, and hopefully she's going to come back a different person. I think that's what upset you more than anything.
Yeah, she's my little babe.
Oh, come. Okay, we won't talk about it anymore. Hey,
starting me off.
Hey. She's gonna be, but for the better though. She's gonna be for the better, isn't it? So
you're so mean.
No, you are happy about it, though, aren't you?
I am
exactly. What did I do? What did I do? Okay. Anyway. Do you want some water? There's like a drop. Good. You'll have to slurp really hard. Oh god.
No, nice. I'm happy for her. I really am. I really want her to go. I want her to enjoy her time. It's just me. Yeah. Just me being silly.
It's gonna be good. What wow, the chat's just zoomed down.
Yeah.
L'Oreal because he's worth it this time. Question: on average, how many items not received do you have a month? Asked Karen. Not many. Like,
actually,
if one. I mean, just to give you, that's another thing we wanted to talk about was the update of our seller dashboard. Some of you may remember that we were worried that we were going to lose our top-rated seller because it was saying if we were reviewed again. They were saying that we would actually lose our top-rated seller.
Yeah.
And we were braced for the 20th of January to turn around and we'd lose our top-rated seller. However, something weird happened where they just decided that like they'd update all the figures. And I can actually just show you now what the situation is. So they basically updated all of our figures, and you can see that here is what's going on basically. So seller level is that, late delivery level is 1.35%. So that's the only thing we've got to worry about. No defects, nothing. No, there it goes, above standard. We are above standard. So next time we're going to be top rated in February. Oh, okay. I didn't even realise. There you go.
So we're back to
we're above we're above standard now. They did drop us.
They did. They did drop us to below, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because our late delivery had come up quite high.
Exactly. And
that was over Christmas. But it seems to have, I don't know, corrected itself, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, so next month will be okay anyway.
Yeah.
Right. Wow, so many comments. We want to kind of do. I completely know how you feel, Bex, says Andrea. Oh, Bex says Lex. I'm guessing.
No.
Give Brittany a hug, says Southwest Sellers.
It's really silly.
Don't watch Law and Order from now till then. No worries. You know what? You're right. That show is bad. It's a bad show. Mother's Heart. Oh, Bex, my girl, is going to Sri Lanka in March all by herself volunteering. I know how you're feeling. Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's an amazing opportunity for her, but I feel the same when Ellen goes away with Score. She has an art trip to Venice coming up. It's just hard, isn't it? It is hard. But you know, there we go. Awkward. I was pumped when my oldest went away for weeks at Starling.
That's the thing, right? She's only going for like 5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, I'm working for most of it anyway. So I'm going to be distracted anyway. But yeah. Yeah, it is a worry.
Okay. So, now, what else are we going to do? We're going to show you some sales as well, because we've got it planned. So we're going to share some sales. So, you know, we can go through a few of our better sales of the week, because we've not done a sales report in a while. So although we're not sharing like what we've sold and bloody, like, you know, like graphs or anything, we're going to just share with you guys some sales if that's all right. Shazad says, look at your report. I've had 1,063 transactions removed from my late delivery report. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably what's happened. We've had some removed.
Okay. Pommy Pickers says, question, are you using any lighting other than ceiling light for this stream? I can't seem to get the balance right. So frustrating. Yes.
We are.
Yes.
We've got a light in front of us that is like a, you know.
Yeah, we've got like we bought a lamp from the tip shop, I think. I think it was only like £1 or £2.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's more important than the light. I can turn that light off.
We can actually turn the light off above us, because it shouldn't actually affect it too much. That looks better.
There you go. So we don't actually need that light really that much. The important light is the one that's in front. So I think it's all right. It's okay. New York felt very safe and impossible to get lost because of how the streets are laid out, says Sparrows and Mel. Thank you for that. That'll make us... There you go. You know, a kid from Croydon can survive the streets of New York.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Of course she can. The thing is that she is okay like that.
It's not the fabled lamp. It's a different lamp.
No, it's not.
We bought this lamp.
Yeah, this is a different
specifically.
Lamp. A different lamp. You know how Zahir likes lamps.
I don't know.
This is a different one.
I don't even think... I don't get this whole lamp thing anyway. I don't even understand it. I genuinely
don't. Because you bought a lamp.
I know, but what's the big deal?
Yeah, but it was because you were trying to get into different things.
What do you mean? So you bought
a lamp. It's one of those like car boot days that I think were a bit shocking. So you were just like, oh, let me pick up something different, you know. So
I bought a lamp.
So you bought a lamp.
Okay. All right, then, fair enough. Well, it's not crap because it's still being used to this very day.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some sales.
Yes.
So we're gonna do some sales video stuff. Bam. All right, let's quickly go through some sales. Ooh, bugger. That's not what we wanted to share with you guys.
What were you trying to share? What are you sharing?
I don't know. Game. Okay. Webcam full stream. There we go. Okay. Webcam full stream. Browser. There we go. Okay. Why is it doing that? Okay.
What's it sharing? Oh no, it's
sharing.
It's just sharing the chat.
Yeah.
Maybe just get the chat off and highlight the screen.
Maybe webcam full screen transition.
See, I don't even do this stuff, and I know that it needs to be highlighted.
Browser.
Man.
There you go. You're right.
See?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the first item we want to share with you guys.
Yeah.
So we sold one of these. It was the last. Oh no, last one. Okay. No. This price is incorrect. You're gonna have to ignore this price. This is for
ignore the price.
I've updated the listing to this boat. So this price is for this boat. We sold a hull, which is basically an empty boat. So like the fiberglass bit, no electrics in it.
Yeah.
And that sold for about 90 quid plus shipping.
Yeah.
This one is more expensive because it's actually got the canopy, which is the roof bit. The one I sold didn't have it, but I've updated the listing. That's why it's changed. So that was one of the sales.
Okay.
Warhammer. These were sitting around for a little while, and so I dropped the price a bit. You can see 25% off from 20 quid down to 15 plus shipping. Sold. Very happy with that. Moving on, this was actually something from a car boot sale.
Mm-hmm. Well, I picked this up with the knitting machine.
Yes, we paid £5 for massive amount of stuff.
Yeah, and this was in like a box of accessories that came with it, and we listed this separately.
Yeah.
And did we actually get that price? You didn't accept an offer?
No, that was the price. Yeah, no, that was the price. Yeah.
So pretty happy with that.
Yeah, that was actually the price. So yeah, really happy with that, definitely. What else then? Next item. Bear in mind we sold the knitting machine for like 180 quid, so we're well in profit. This is quite a nice sort of sale. This is some stickers for an RC car. There we go. This is they're basically stickers for your radio control car. You stick them on your body shell, so it makes it look like a Subaru or whatever, right? So this actually sold for £13.
For some stickers.
Yeah, for some stickers. Yeah. We've got loads of them, so yeah, it's pretty cool. Someone wanted those, and they've got them, and they're happy now. Next item, another boat. This is like a 17-inch boat. I actually had to fix the speed controller wire up because I just had to like re-clip it back into place. Like crimp it, that's the word, crimp. I had to re-crimp the wires, which made them a little shorter, but I explained that I had to use an extension. So yeah, bam, that went for 100 quid plus shipping, so that was pretty cool. Another boat. This is
so we're starting to sell boats.
Yeah, we're selling a lot of boats. Yes, RC stickers is way too much for me to cope with, says Mel. This is like a boat. It's still in the box.
Yeah.
This isn't the boat. This is not the boat that we sold. We sold the same boat, but in a different condition, and I've updated the listing with the remaining one.
Because I was going to say, this boat is really nice, though.
Yeah, I haven't got the photos.
I've actually seen this one out of the box, and it
looks like on that
really
photo at the
nice.
back there. It looks like on that photo at the back there, yeah. So there's a little boat there, and that sold for good money.
And I don't like RC, but that boat is really nice.
That boat actually sold for 120, not 160. The reason why this is 160 is because this one is like basically new. The other one had possibly been at least on display or used a little bit maybe. So that was it. And then finally we had this sale. This is a nice sale, £180 plus shipping. Very fast, 29-inch catamaran boat. It's just another boat. There you go. So whenever you look inside a boat, Mel will want to know this. Otherwise I wouldn't go in depth on this, but because I know Mel's a big fan of RC, these are the things you want to look out for on a radio controlled boat. You have
Mel,
you have to
and everybody else.
You have to first decipher whether your boat is brushed or brushless. This is a brushless boat. The way to tell that are how many wires are coming from the motor. The motor is going to be this can-shaped item. So it's going to be like, they sometimes call it a can, like what size can you got in there. You know, they say that. I don't know why they say that, but they do. What size can you got in there? And you'd be like, I've got a 580 size or a 380 size. Anyway, so there's got a can in there, and you can see it's got 3 wires. That means it's a brushless motor, which means it'll be very quick. And then this box here is the speed controller, and then there you got the rudder servo there. So that's over £180 plus shipping, and that's the one of the final sales I wanted to share with you guys. No, it's almost the final sale coming up. Bam! Look at this. 38 quid for that tiny little receiver. That is a receiver that you need to connect your transmitter to. So those guys are the sales. So we'll go back to our full screen picture. We'll go into the chat and see what people are saying. I'm sure everyone was riveted by that little tour into the RC boat.
Yes.
Let's just pop back into the chat a little bit. Nakedrc.com. I don't know what Nick's talking about there. Naked RC. Subaru stickers, says Charlie. The faster the better, Nick. Yes, RC stickers is way too much for your handle. I read that one. How much for stickers? These people who buy RC stuff have far too much money, says Karen. Karen,
I don't know.
It's a hobby.
It's a hobby.
Yeah.
And people spend money on their hobby.
Yeah, it's
like,
a hobby.
Do you know what? I love knitting, right? And I will spend money on wool.
Yeah.
I'm like really happy to spend money on wool. And even when it is quite expensive, I enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And when it comes to hobby, I will spend money on it.
Exactly. Exactly. So people do spend money.
Yeah.
You're right. It is an expensive hobby though. So it's always good to get into something that's expensive.
Yeah.
Because then you can sell stuff for a lot of money. So what other comments have we got? A boat in the box is worth 2 in the bush, says PCP. You can sunbathe on that boat, says Dave. I don't think so, Dave.
I don't know, that image showed that little thing. What was it?
That was a gecko.
Yeah.
The Miss Geico. Question, can you get any more RC boats, says Shazad? Possibly.
Possibly.
I've still got 2 whoppers. I've got 2 48-inch boats that I need to sell. So
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to sell those. But yeah, boats.
Really,
we've still got boats anyway.
Yeah, they're really massive boxes. So yeah.
Yeah. I subbed to Sparrow's End the other day, says Peter Cummins. Hi, Peter. And hi, Mark Walsh. I could have been number 2K. 2,000 subs, Mel. Congratulations. That's
well
fantastic. All right. Boats will pay for your holiday for sure, says Meredith. Hopefully. Pommy Picker says, sold many RC submarines. Apparently they exist, lol. Unfortunately not, Pommy Pickers. RC subs are worth big money if they're good quality ones. They are worth some serious cash. You can actually Thunder Tiger make an RC sub, which I've seen sell for around 600 odd pounds. So yeah, you can make some serious money if you get some subs, but they're quite rare, I think. So what's cracking? Sales, never heard of them, says DBG. Hi, DBG. No water inside. That's never a good sign, says Karen. It's RC Groundhog Day. Brushed or brushless? Yeah, brushed or brushless motors. You need to look into it. Niching out means pleasure and cash. Then I'm all for it, says Peter Ray. I got an RC car from Z. I don't even like RC. 48-inch. How does Beck handle it?
Oh, you had to read it, didn't you?
Because Ryan is an animal.
You have to be careful with Ryan's comments.
Yeah, you do. Lol, that was always going to happen. Exactly. Do you bash boats, says Dave. I'm not sure whether you bash boats, Dave. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm not part of like the RC boat scene. They're quite, they're like a breed of their own within RC. So the surface, our car guys are different. Then the plane guys are different. The boat guys are different. Some people do all 3, but there we go. Your chat has gone all kinds of naughty, says Meredith. It's not our fault, Meredith.
Yeah.
Meredithy deals. Apologies. I bet you love selling boats, but bet after all these nice little jiffy bag sales you hate packing them, says Karen. Correct, Karen. I absolutely hate shipping them. Thankfully, they're mostly boxed with the correct inserts.
So it's not too bad.
Exactly. I always wanted a sub as a kid, says Lord Ahab. Zahir, are you into drones as well? Asked Sam Kinnison. I've got some drones. Yeah, I've got plenty of drones. Little micro ones. I think they're okay. I'm not personally into them because, like, I don't know. I'm just not that excited by them. I prefer like a car with shocks and diffs and just something about cars. Yeah. But yeah, they're fun. I do like picking up a little drone, like a little micro drone, and whizzing it around. Okay, RC submarine would be difficult. Ryan's comments need a review and filter. Very funny, Ryan. Need a Commodore's cap to sell your RC boats, as Southwest says. I bet RC boat fans are well posh. You know what? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. You know what? RC fans in general, I don't want to like just generalize because it's never a good thing.
No, you shouldn't generalize.
But they come from
be careful what you say.
No, what I'm going to say is that a very wide variety of people do it. It's very surprising at the kinds of people that do it. All kinds of people. Like my dad was super into RC, and all through growing up, for some reason, I just didn't care. He must have had so many cool RCs that I could have gotten into. I did not show. I must have broke his heart, poor guy. I think maybe, I don't know. But he was so into them, and I never showed any interest. He had the petrol ones, and he showed me, "Here, look at this," and I'd be like, "Yeah, whatever, Dad." Like, oh, what a jerk. Me, not him. You know,
You
like
was a jerk.
so. But now I'm like really love it and you know really happy.
Yeah.
I used to have 2 RC tanks that moved turrets and had BB guns. Yeah, RC tanks are fun as well. Z tests his drones near airports. No, I don't, Peter Cummins. I test them in the house. They're only micro ones. I don't deal with all those big, giant drones. Question, how do you send them? UPS or what? What's the best deals when you looked around? For me, it's always Parcel Force. About £8 odd. So it costs and gets shipped very quickly. That's what I do. Is that a brushless head you're sporting there? Says brushless in RC terms means like generally quicker, more powerful power system. So, but yes, my hair does look brushless. Yes. The RC boat fans, the geeks in the community love. I've not seen one Insta story since. Sort yourself out, says Ryan. Is that to DBG, is it? The best thing in Alton Towers are the RC boats, says Lord Ahab. Love my new phone, it's massive. Best RC car ever, Dirty Harry, the Deadpool, smash the like button if you saw that scene, says Sam. And flipping fantastic finds. Bloke across the road is into RC. We call him Carboy, so bloody annoying.
See, I think you're one of those annoying people now. You go out into the garden and you start like playing around with your RC. And like one of the doctors lives like right by us that I work at the surgery with, right? And the other day she asked me when I went into work, did you hear all that like really loud like banging the other night? And I was like no. And then I was like, what time was it? And she was like, it must have been about 8 in the evening. And I was like, I hope it wasn't my husband's RC. He was out in the garden trying to get the petrol engine to work.
It did work.
And it did work.
It did work. Karen asked, vlog this week, Bex.
Yeah, it'll be out tomorrow evening.
Okay. Now, loud banging, go on, Ryan.
Oh no, do you know what? When I said it, I was just like, oh no.
Okay. All right. We have now gotten, 51 minutes into this chat, and we're going to touch on the topic. 9 minutes. It's probably all we need, but the what I wanted to talk about, guys, is how aware are you of the platforms that we're so reliant on? Like we all sell on eBay, we all sell on Amazon, right? And actually, how much about eBay and Amazon's websites do you know, or is it still just a minefield navigating it? It got me thinking, because if you were working in an office, you'd know where everything was.
Well, you have protocols for everything, don't you? You have like your little systems that you have to work through every single day. So you have your things that you have to check off, or make sure you've done, or where to go to get certain information, or whatever it is.
If you start a new job, they'll teach you the computer systems meticulously. Like you said, they'll have different setups for everything, right? So you kind of learn all that stuff. And for us, our office, in a way, apart from your physical workspace, is online. It's on the website, whether that's eBay or whether that's Amazon. And I just think that it's really important to kind of get your head around what's available. And the reason why I say this is because you come across things that you don't even realize are there. Like, how long has it taken me to even figure out some things that I'm paying for in my shop subscription, tools that I'm paying for, but I've only just recently started to use. And I think it really would pay sometimes just to sit down and spend time navigating the site, clicking on everything and seeing what it does and what it's there for.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I'm talking about this, one of the reasons why I'm talking about this actually is because I came across I was looking at my listings page, and I came across this whole thing. Let me just move us actually, because we're going to be right in the way there. Let me just move us to the bottom right there. Transition. There you go. And I came across this page. Mm-hmm. Now we all list items. We all list our items and they go into our listings. But how many of you in the chat, I just want to know, honestly, because I may just be really dumb here and just everyone's like, hell yeah, we know this. How many of you knew that there was a difference between your listings and your inventory as eBay sees it? How many of you in the chat, just let me know, use eBay's inventory system or even know what eBay's inventory system is as opposed to just listing items like we do? That would be really interesting. Because I saw this, underneath your listings tab, it says create listing, inventory active. And if you go to inventory, you actually come across a screen which is quite useful. It allows you to actually start building an inventory of items that you regularly pick up. Now, you may not sell items that are like replenishables, but even if you go to the car boot, we all know that every now and then you're going to see a certain amount of PlayStation 1s throughout the year or something. Yeah. And wouldn't it be cool to be able to actually add like a PlayStation 1 console as a product rather than just a listing? And by adding it as a product, you can then create a listing from that product that you've got, and then it even allows you to put alerts on. So for example, if you're running low in stock, notes, how much did you pay for it, where did you buy it from, and you can store all this information, average unit cost, quantity available to list, and then you can create listings from these products that you've created. And it's just something that I thought, wow, like it's there, it's a powerful tool, it's useful, especially if you start buying things. Say if you start getting into retail arbitrage, or you start buying, you might be a clothes seller who buys in bulk. You could be an electronics guy that buys in bulk, and you come across things regularly, right? Like I might be selling unique RC things, but because I'm buying in bulk, I'm often buying multiples of the same thing. So this could come into it, and it's just something that was there. It's there. I'm paying for it in my freaking monthly fee, but there we go.
There's a few comments coming in saying that people don't sell like regularly the same things. Yeah, and this probably isn't going to be suitable for like everybody to use, but it's just still the fact that it's there. Knowing that it's there. Yeah, and if you did get into the position where you were buying and selling a lot of similar stuff, it's good to know that it's kind of.
I mean, Claire saying no idea, confused already. Peter Cummins says I haven't seen that, but sell unique items. I mean, Southwest Seller says cannot use that page for multiple PS1 games. They would all have to be the same, but you can create products with variations. So if you create product with variations, you can do like different types of products, so you may be able to do it. But it's just interesting, you might not sell, like you said, like Beck said, you might not sell the products, but the fact that it's even there, how many of you even knew? It was just interesting for me to know, like, how many of you even knew that it was there to be used? It's just weird that you pay for all this stuff and bam. Shazad says that would be very useful. I have my own bespoke one that I made from Excel. Will defo use it. John says could use for drop shipping. And the thing is, there's a number of these pages that I came across. Like there's another one. So this is the one that you probably are more familiar with. This is like your templates page. So these are all the templates that we've got. Yeah. If you're not using templates, you should be. It makes life infinitely easier. Most people do use templates, I will say that. But then I found this one, well, not found, but this is something else that I use and I love using. But again, I only started using this relatively recently. If you look at how long I've been using the eBay website, I still only use this. I've still only just started using this. And this is a great feature that everyone should be looking to use. And this is business policies. How many of you guys are using business policies? Because I know a lot of people that sell on phones won't use them because the phone app doesn't even offer them. Business policies is absolutely, for me, it's been amazing. Yeah. It makes listing that much easier because you can literally set a payment policy, a postage and returns policies. And so you can set up all different kinds of policies for different types of items. So I've got one there which is over 1 meters. I've got one there that was a 10 kg plus item. MTXL was when I had this gigantic monster truck that I needed to shift, so I made a specific policy for that kind of item. And it's one of those things that I didn't use straight away, because eBay don't necessarily make it intuitive, because it should be on the phone app as well, don't you think? Because it's not actually on the phone.
Yeah, I think that's the downside of the phone app, is like the business policies are not there. And I'm sure if you list on your mobile phone, it would then create like a separate policy for that, and then you'll have like this one random item in just like this business policy all on its own. When you go into the website.
And Peter Cummins says,
it's really, really odd the way it does it.
There you go. Peter Cummins says the send offers to watches is well hidden. Peter Ray has a vid on where to find it. Didn't have a Scooby that was there. Also Mel Sparrowen says it's one of those things that even if it's not what you need right now, it might become relevant in the future.
Karen says she doesn't use the templates either, but my listings are so minimal. But am I.
But even then, it will make it even quicker.
You can get so quick if you can have like your basic description. Like, I don't know whether to do a video on it, because it could be like a quick 2-minute video, and I could run through the way some of my listing, like my templates are run out, list like the way I do it. And it is such a generic little sentence. I do put measurements in my listings, but all I have to do is enter like the figure, and then just copy and paste where I want it to go into like the main description box as well. So I might do a quick video on it.
A couple of people are using business policies, you can see.
Like listing templates
is
absolutely is so useful.
I can see a few people said yes to the business policies, but Mel Sparrowen says templates, I don't use them. Am I being eBay stupid again? I wouldn't say it's stupid, but definitely use them.
No, but
let me just show you what we use them for. So if you can just have a look at if you have a look at what we've got going on here, it's obviously quite boring, but it makes life easy.
We will have like a number of templates. I mean, this is the one for the main store, so a lot of this has actually been moved back onto mine now, so you could actually delete some of this
but if you look at how I use it for the RC stuff, it's really useful, because once we've set up a line, different brands, we've got different templates for different brands, so every time I come across a certain brand, it's there. And you can even see there, I've actually got a PS1 game PAL template, a PS2 game PAL template, Thunder Tiger, Tamiya. Those are the templates that we have, and they make life a lot easier. So I definitely say look to check that out. Peter Cummins says it will change your life. Templates are massive. Definitely get into templates. If you're not using them, definitely do so. Whenever we get asked on the app for feedback, that is one thing I always say, let us use business policies. Completely, Karen. Yes, please to the video, Beck, says Mel. Starly, I've said send offers to watches since end of November and got nearly 20 sales from send offers. Wow, that's really amazing, good. Peter. That is amazing. Guys, if you haven't, check out Peter Ray's channel. I'm sure most of you are subscribed to him already, but check out his channel as well, because that sounds like a really useful video. Templates are really, really useful, so I would say that. Send offers to watches is a very handy tool, says Stu. I've had good results from it. Yes, I think it really does pay to do that. To keep an eye on these things, because eBay does introduce a lot of stuff, and it does help. Now, one of the other things that I have not been looking at recently, and I didn't even know this was possible, right, guys? But let me just see if I can just show you. Browser. So this, have you ever been on the manage automation preferences screen? Because I really haven't been. Have you?
So you've really been playing around with eBay today, haven't you?
Well, because I just think it's important. I've been on it before. I know I've been on it before, actually, but not properly looked at everything. I went on it
Yeah.
to find something specific. Now, the manage automation preferences screen is another one that is well worth digging into, because it allows you to leave automatic feedback, which is great. So I think this is why most people may have seen this page, because it allows you to set up automatic feedback. So it means as soon as when you buy it from a big eBay seller, and as soon as you buy it, you get feedback from them, you can set that up over here. So you can see that there's a tick box there for automatically leave the following positive feedback, and you can use randomly applied comments so it looks authentic. So you can see that you can leave following feedback, or you can leave feedback when a buyer buys an item and pays for it, or what I've got selected, which is a buyer has paid for the item and then left me positive feedback. So I've done that version. So definitely find this page. It's called automation preferences for that. Now, what's really cool is I didn't look at listing automation schedule. You can actually suspend your items from being automatically listed and relisted. So if you're using good till cancelled, for example, and you're going away, or you're using, if your listings automatically, they relist themselves on good till cancelled, you can actually suspend them from automatically being listed and relisted, and you can set a time and date to do that. Which is amazing, and then you can copy that automation rule to during relists or sell similar. So that is amazing, and I'm like, that could come in so handy. Imagine if you're going away for a while and you don't want your items to come back on or whatever, or you just want you need it for whatever reason. I can't even think. This is an example of, you might not know why you need it right now, but you can tell that's a useful tool. And hell, we're paying for this, guys. So definitely just bear this stuff in mind. I mean, because
make sure you check it out.
Just play with the website, guys, because if you don't play with the website, you're paying for all this stuff. And I know it looks complicated, but a really good analogy of this is, a lot of you guys in the chat have used some kind of video editing software, right? You, especially those of you that do YouTube videos, you've all used some kind of editing software. Now, there's two types, as we all know. You've got consumer software, which is based at average Joes like us who just want to make a simple video, and you can get free editing software, or you can buy cheap editing software for like 50 quid. And then you've got the stuff that the pros use, the professional stuff like Adobe Premiere Pro, Final Cut Pro. Now, if you've used one of the normal editing softwares and you just look at the screen of a professional editing software, you'll think, what the hell? Like, it looks so complicated. But the reason why it's so complicated is because it allows you to do so much more. And at the end of the day, we're paying for this website, we're paying for these tools, and eBay have made quite an effort to kind of encourage you to use their new tools. Now, admittedly, they're only encouraging you to use the tools that make them more money. So they're telling you to promote your listings and how to do that. They're telling you how to set up, selling multiples with discounts, because again, they're going to make some money on that, because obviously you're going to sell more. So things that directly affect your sales. But there's a lot of stuff that can help with the back end running of your business as well. Research as well. I'm sorry, I need to take a breath, but research is another thing eBay do for you. The growth tab is amazing. If you actually look at sourcing guidance, and you can actually find what's popular in your actual niche. So the research is there for you. And it's all on the website to give you a good example or a good idea of what you should expect from your inventory. So let me just go into the comments, because I know I ramble. Beck's just looking at me like I'm, What are you like?
No, I'm not. No.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Post your link, please, Beck, says Mary Death Deals. I shall investigate templates next week, says Mel. That's fantastic. Luke Hutchin says, I always used good till cancelled and the out of stock turned on until I found eBay inventory log so useful. Knowing you have it already in your catalogue now means you can actively demand products categories. I think I've been there for auto feedback, says Peter Cummins. Mel says, I'm learning so much right now, need to take notes. If you're finding this useful, hey, forget about it. Huh? I've been watching a lot of Sopranos scenes. Yeah, it was breaking my balls, all that stuff,
Okay.
Yeah, busting balls, and they.
Okay.
I love Sopranos. It's so good.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just keep saying okay.
Okay. Head explosion here, says Karen. Kowloon Attic says, yes, always to get the buyer's feedback first. It stops them blackmailing you. Karen says scheduled listings are great, and one tool I've really started using this week as it's free on the feature shop. Very true.
Yeah.
I use the growth tab. Finally, something I know about, says Sparrows. And yes, guys, this is a game changer. If you haven't already looked into the growth tab, bear with me, guys, because I've just messed this up again.
Yes, you have.
Because I'm such a
you don't know
pro.
how to select the screen.
Yeah, whatevs, man. Whatevs. Okay, check this out, guys. Mel uses this in the chat. Definitely use the growth tool because it's so helpful. Go into sourcing guidance, and you can actually click your categories, so the categories that you're most active in. So for example, here's radio control helicopters. Now, why is this a good tool? Did you know that eBay do all the legwork for you and tell you which brands are most in demand? So if you're buying helicopters or you've got helicopter parts, you need to see your brands somewhere in the top 10. If they're not, you're going to be like, oh, I might have bought something that's going to be maybe not as in demand.
And some of ours aren't.
No, I mean, we've got Blade, we've got Hubson, we've got Cyma, we've got Parrot parts. However, something was in there. This is interesting. Something was in there that has now dropped out of the top 10. Now, how cool is that? So now I know that something that I've got that was in that top 10, that was in demand, that did have a growth opportunity, has now dropped out of the top 10. So I can't expect that to maybe sell so much, maybe. And then you can go to types and see what people are like looking for. Quadcopters are huge, that kind of thing. So you can see electric or none. A lot of people searching for electric, brand, obviously, and that's in helicopters. So well worth looking at.
But that's all going to be like personal to your own stores as well. So go and check it out on your own stores. But
for example, like other RC parts, that's a big category for us. We post a lot of things in other. Now this is amazing because in brand you can see what RC brands are big in the category of other is huge. People don't know that they've got a CVD or a differential or a slipper nut or anything. They just put it in other parts. So it's a huge category on RC, and you can see there suddenly Spectrum's a big brand, Tamiya's a big brand, Hubson's, Overlander, High-Tech, OS, Extra. So these are brands you need to be looking out for, in that niche, if you're in that niche. And all this information is free for you there to take advantage of, and that's just on eBay. I don't even want to get into the PayPal side of things. PayPal is PayPal is immense as well. PayPal offers all kinds of reports and tracking that can be massively helpful. It gives you a lot of insights. So there we go. Right, let me just have a look in the chat. Wow, need to take a breath. Mel was like, I use the growth tab. I think it's silly leaving a buyer feedback straight after they've paid. Like, what if they end up being a dick, says DBG. Yeah, maybe. Lol, there's so much available that I've never touched on eBay, says Andrea. It's not necessarily for everybody.
There is a lot there.
But yeah, it's there for a reason. And I think, like I said, if you were working in an office, they tell you where the kitchen is, they tell you which cupboard the tea's kept in, they tell you where the photocopier paper is, they tell you where the photocopy machine is, they tell you where to go to smoke, they tell you where you can hang your coat in the morning. You know every nook and cranny of the office you work in, and you're taught that as well as the job you're employed for. So if you look at it this way, when you're selling on eBay, that's your job, right? To sell stuff, that's your job. But you're not just selling it to like someone out on the road. You're selling it to someone on this website. So this website is your office. And therefore you need to know every nook. Well, you don't need to, but it helps to know every nook and cranny, because when it comes to it, you can just take advantage of it a bit more. Maybe that's just what I think. Anyway, I've tried moving towards a niche. I've ended up with 4, says Stahali. Growth recommendations, I have 125. Click on it. We didn't find any listings for you right now, says Southwest Sellers. Yeah, growth recommendations is rubbish, but the other stuff there, top opportunities and stuff, that works for me. Okay. eBay ought to sponsor this vid chat today. Great job, he says, Maida. Is more for our benefit than theirs. Do you know what I mean? This is more for our benefit. It's not really for theirs. Claire says, I really need a day to have a mooch around eBay properly. I use the app for ages. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it pays, because you know what? We're all creatures of habit.
Yeah. You
know, once you know something that works, you're just looking at me like that for.
No, you do.
You're leaning that way. Lean this way.
Oh, you're such a pain.
Such a pain. Do you love me?
Yeah.
Man, it's cold. So it's great for games, says Pete's Retro Collectibles. What the sourcing guidance. Okay, you need to do an info vid, Z, says Fantastic Vines. Thankfully, I now know where the tea is, says Peter Cummins. Sunday work stream again, you two? Most likely.
Yeah,
it's helped, hasn't
we'll
it?
probably be on, if we're on at about 2:30 again.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, we have gone well over our hour. I just wanted to make these points, and like I said, we've not even touched PayPal. PayPal's got a whole raft of useful tools. Do the same.
And I just want to say, George Ross, his first video is now live.
Okay.
George Ross,
my first video is now live. Okay, definitely.
Go watch it.
Check out George. All right, guys. Z Beck will end you, sister. On that note, guys, thank you for watching. Really do appreciate it. Go and check out George Ross. And we will see you guys probably on Sunday.
Probably Sunday.
And thanks for putting up with us for an hour and 15 minutes, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Awkward moment.
Where we just go back to the screen and find where we